You know, there are few things more frustrating for a driver than getting a cracked windshield. But what if I told you that repair, that really expensive repair, could actually cost you absolutely nothing? Let's dig into that.
We've all been there, right? You're just driving down the road, minding your own business, and then, bam, a rock just comes out of nowhere and hits your windshield. And just like that, there's a crack or a chip staring right back at you. It's that sinking feeling in your stomach.
So you're staring at the damage, and your mind is already racing, thinking about the cost, the time, the hassle. But hold on a second. What if you didn't have to pay a single penny for it? I mean, is a free windshield replacement even a real thing? Well, the short answer, believe it or not, is yes. It's not some kind of scam or myth you hear about. If you have the right kind of insurance coverage, you can absolutely get that windshield replaced without ever pulling out your wallet. So, how does that work? Okay, so the secret is hiding in plain sight, right there in your insurance policy. It really boils down to two key things working together to make this free replacement magic happen. All right, first up, you need something called comprehensive coverage. This is the part of your insurance that deals with all the weird stuff that's not a car crash. You know, things like hail, a tree branch falling, or, you guessed it, a random rock flying up from the highway. It's your protection against the universe just throwing stuff at your car. But here's the real game changer, the special ingredient: zero deductible glass coverage. This is usually a little extra thing you add to your comprehensive plan. And what it does is pretty amazing. It completely gets rid of your deductible for any glass repair. That means the insurance company picks up the entire tab, 100%. And this right here is what makes all the difference. Let's say you have a standard policy with a $500 deductible. Well, you'd have to pay that $500 before your insurance kicks in. But with this zero deductible glass add-on, you pay zip, zero. The repair shop just sends the bill straight to your insurance company. It's that simple. So now you can see why this coverage is so incredibly valuable. But to really drive the point home, let's take a look at what you'd be facing, what you'd have to pay out of pocket if you didn't have it. Okay, so for a regular car, nothing too fancy, no crazy tech, you're probably looking at a bill somewhere between $200 and $500. I mean, that's a chunk of change nobody wants to spend unexpectedly. But, and this is a big but, if you've got a newer car with all those advanced safety features, that price just goes through the roof. We're talking $1,000, maybe even more, for one piece of glass? So why on earth is it so expensive? Well, that crazy high cost really comes down to three things. It's not just about the glass anymore. You've got the specialized way it has to be installed, and the big one, recalibrating all those advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS. We're talking about the cameras and sensors behind your windshield that control things like your automatic emergency braking or lane keep assist. Okay, so it's pretty clear that using your insurance is the smart way to go, financially speaking. But I know what you're thinking. Isn't filing a claim a total nightmare? Well, you might be surprised. The process is actually designed to be super straightforward. It really breaks down into just 3 easy steps. First, you just have to check that you have the coverage. And hey, a lot of good glass shops will do that part for you. Second, you get a claim number from your insurance company. And third, you schedule the appointment. That's it. The shop takes care of billing the insurance company directly. The whole thing can be sorted out with a quick phone call. And this leads us to the big one, the number one fear, the thing that probably stops most people from even picking up the phone to begin with. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If I file a claim for my windshield, aren't my insurance rates just going to skyrocket? It's a totally fair question, and everyone thinks it. And the answer, for the most part, is a big, clear no. For most people, filing one little glass claim is not going to have a negative impact on your insurance premium. Really. So you might be asking, why not? Well, it's because insurance companies put this kind of thing in a different bucket. A rock hitting your windshield is a no-fault comprehensive claim. It was totally out of your control, right? That's completely different from a collision claim, like if you cause an accident. That kind of at-fault claim can definitely make your rates go up. So let's recap. We know it saves you a ton of money, and we know it probably won't raise your rates. But honestly, the most important reason to use your insurance for this has nothing to do with your wallet. It's all about safety. See, when you use your insurance, there's no temptation to cut corners to save a buck. This means you're going to get high-quality glass, the installation will be done right so it's structurally sound, And you'll get that absolutely critical safety system recalibration. It is the only way to be sure that all those fancy safety features in your car will actually do their job when you need them most. And this quote really just says it all, doesn't it? Trying to save some cash by skipping that calibration, that's not being smart with your money. It's a huge gamble. You're risking that your car's safety features could completely fail on you. So the next time you hear that awful thwack sound on the highway, remember, the real question isn't just, how much is this going to cost me? Your windshield is literally a critical part of your car's safety equipment. You have to ask yourself, is the cheapest option really the safest one for me and anyone else in my car?